here's how I spent a week in BC on a workation. This is part 2 of 3. If you missed my Whistler vlog, it's already on my page, and this vlog will focus on our couple days in Vancouver. Last I left you, we were on our way back from a hike in Squamish to Vancouver. Once we got to Vancouver, we met up with our friend Marcus and we went straight to Batch. Batch is a super popular spot at Kitsilano Beach where you can get drinks and some snacks. It is the perfect location to watch the sunset over the mountains and the ocean. We stayed here so much longer than we expected because it was so beautiful, but we had to catch dinner at Oddfish, and I'm so glad we didn't miss it because it was so delicious. We got the chef's menu and we were so stuffed. As you could probably tell by the name of the restaurant, the menu was very seafood focused and I loved every second of it. That evening we checked into the Sharon Wall Center and we woke up with this beautiful view for my Monday conference. As soon as I can finish work, you know I'm taking advantage of our evening in a different city and we're going to dinner. We ended up meeting a friend at Din Tai Fung. They just opened this Vancouver location this year and this is the second time we're having this restaurant. First time in Canada though. Then we got 2 different types of dumplings as well as a fried rice, and for the 3 of us we were super stuffed by the end, but not stuffed enough not to stop for dessert before we headed to the beach to watch the sunset. This is bingsu and it is by far my favorite dessert of all time now. I love to romanticize a sunset and the West Coast is a fantastic place to do that because it's incredible. On Tuesday, not much to report because it was a full day of work and then a gala. I did sneak out a little early to meet Vic at Sunset Beach Park so that we could catch the sunset. It wasn't great, but we shared some mochi donuts and Vic got to take some pictures of geese and birds. And on Wednesday, of course, I still had to work, but in the evening we met up with my friend Alex and Carlos again to have dinner at this Mexican restaurant and walk around Olympic Village. She took us on a little tour of all the herbs and plants in the area. She's a naturopath, so I always learn a lot of random facts about the nature around us. On Thursday, we were staying at a friend's place in Kitsilano and I was working Eastern time, so up at 6 a.m. So by 9 a.m., which would be lunchtime Eastern time, we were hungry and we went to Provisions. It is an amazing cafe, a little expensive, but kind of worth it. We worked at Provisions for a couple hours, then decided to do a little walk on the beach. Then it was actual lunchtime, so we stopped by a Vietnamese restaurant before going back to the apartment and working a couple more hours. And then it was time to sign off because I'd been up since 6 a.m. working. We headed down to Stanley Beach and did Victor's favorite activity, getting tandem bikes and riding around on the path. This is probably our 3rd or 4th time doing this, and every single time I am just in awe of all the views on the way. Plus, it's a bonus that Vic doesn't even notice if I'm pedaling or not. He's just riding his bike like he normally would, so highly recommend. After burning all those calories, we went to Oakberry and got an acai bowl, which is also a favorite vacation activity for me, especially on the West Coast. Then our friend Adrian picked us up and we went to Greenleaf, this random sushi restaurant I saw online that had this platter for only $65. And so that concludes our time in Vancouver. The next day, Friday, we're heading on a ferry over to Tofino and our Tofino adventures begin. So follow if you want to see that last and final part of our workation.